So, like, three things. First off, Roxas being cute. Roxas, you being cute? What, Bubba? Roxas. Roxas, this man speaks nonsense. Second, I don't have a problem with diverse characters. You know, I think I saw someone bring up Captain Jack. I love Captain Jack. Jack is by far one of the most fun characters in Doctor Who. I love his character. He's a well-written character, and his sexuality only is part of him. It's not entirely of what he is and who he is. Unlike characters now where that is all they are. And if you dislike them, it's because you're a homophobe or this or that. Not because it's a poorly written character, but because you're a phobe. You know, it's like Jodie Whittaker's Doctor. We didn't hate her because she was a woman. We hated her because she was a crappy written character. You know? We'll get back to that in a second. So, second, yeah. I don't have a problem with diverse characters, but they need to be well written, because I'm not the kind of to applaud a badly written character just because they identify as something. You know, dog shit with sprinkles is still dog shit. So just because you have a character identifying as something, I don't care if they're trans, gay, bi, whatever. If they're poorly written, I'm not going to just blindly sit there, oh my god, amazing. So stunning, much brave. Roxas, can I help you? Come here. What? No. No, no. What can Grandpa do for you? What? No. We'll go eat then. Well, go on. What? What was I saying? Did I get through second? Okay, shit sprinkles, still shit. Yeah, but we'll get to that in a second. About like Jodie's doctor and all that. And third, I know that Doctor Who's always been political. I'm not stupid. But the late Capaldi era and all through Chinballs' era is just in your face every episode. Whereas in the past, how many episodes of Doctor Who are there? And you might have, you know, a few that were in your face. Chinballs' era was just one after another. Every episode, white man bad, women have it hard, racial inequality, you know, inequities and inequality and all that crap. You know, it's just in your face. So I know it's always been political. But the thing back then, you would also notice that because the Doctor is not from Earth, he saw things from everyone's perspective. Now it's clear what side they're on. And that's one reason why the Doctor worked, because even though he had his own stance, like, oh, guns are bad, you know, he did try to see from everyone's perspective. Can I help you, Roxas? Come on. Come on. You're being so needy. What do you want? What do you want? I'm here. I'm here again. Mwah. Mwah. Smell like grass. Your ass is grass. What? I love you. Making biscuits on my shoulders. Making biscuits on my shoulders. Mwah. Okay, whatever. What was I saying again? Roxas is just distracting. Yeah, always been political. But this is the current day writing. So what you're about to hear is from the new character Rose. Not that Rose, it's a different Rose, a less talented Rose. Um,
Yes, we know.
We know everything. Thanks.
And you know nothing. It's a shame you're not a woman anymore. She'd have understood.
We've got all that power, but there is a way to get rid of it. Something a male-presenting Time Lord will never understand.
a male presenting Time Lord. Apparently, this character, Rose, is portrayed exactly how you think they would be. Pretty much their entire identity is that they're trans. No real personality to speak of. It's just, daughter of Donna, so she's going to be loud and outspoken, but trans, so strong and this and that. So that's basically their entire identity, is that they're trans. And the fact that she has the hubris, the audacity to say this to the Doctor, who has been saving the planet before they were even born, before their mother was born, before their grandmother was born. Roxas, what? I can't... What? We interrupt this video to bring you... Come on. What? What's wrong? Did you want to be let out? Sometimes he wants to go out, but he doesn't like going out on his own. So sometimes I have to just pick him up and put him outside. What? Such a grandpa's boy. Such a grandpa's boy. Mwah. 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 Hang on, let me let him out. Okay, he's back out. But yeah, the audacity to say, oh, because you identify a certain way, you'll never understand. It's like, no offense, but dude, you were a dude too. You still are. What? And this is just one instance of this gender bullcrap in this episode. We have this. So they're talking to Meep and they're trying to, whatever. And so this is the dialogue. This is actual dialogue. You can go find the clip yourself, but here's the dialogue. Yes, the Meep. I promise I can get him home. And of course, you're assuming he is a pronoun. The Doctor, yes, sorry, good point. Are you he or she or they? And if this was just the only instance, it would be fine, because not only is it a joke, because Meep is pretty androgynous looking. You don't know if it's a boy or girl. But then it's the subtle, message of, well, sometimes you don't know what the person is by just looking at them, and sometimes it's polite to ask their preferred pronouns and what they identify as. We want to respect everyone's identity and whatever. If that was the only case, but there's like 5 times in this episode where this crap is brought up. It's not Doctor Who. It's Doctor Gender Studies. It's Doctor Who Cares. Doctor Somewhat now, because it and it's been going on for a while. Doctor Who's first 60th anniversary special is a TERF's worst nightmare. Davros's classic look will not return, as it associated disability with evil. Again, if you look at someone in a wheelchair and think that they're plotting world annihilation, tell me, how many people have you seen committing crimes in wheelchairs? So by that same stroke of logic, well then I guess because Chris Chan fucked his mother, that every person with autism is fucking their mother. You see where the problem comes in? But again, think about, it's like in wheelchairs, people who are portrayed as evil in wheelchairs in movies, when are they really doing the dirty work? They're not. Can you imagine a person in a wheelchair trying to be a criminal in real life, trying to rob houses? I mean, the only houses they have access to are ones with ramps. I mean, what are they going to do? Roll up to someone's house, knock on the door, shoot the person who opens it, like, well, fuck. I can't get in the house. I was supposed, I can't get over that. You know, they murder someone, and what, they're going to be a high-speed chase or as they're trying to go from the cops? No, there's a reason why you don't see a lot of evil people in wheelchairs. Because they're generally not evil. And because I think doing evil things would be a pain in the ass. But saying that, again, I bring it up with the Dungeons and Dragons and magic, like the orc character, you know, orc or any kind of monkey race. People saying, oh, well, we need to remove it because it's offensive to black people. Why are you associating black people with these characters? Normal people look at it as just a race in, you know, Dungeons and Dragons or magic or whatever. If you're looking at it and saying, oh, it's going to be offensive to black people, you're the fucking racist. But this is the of Doctor Who in current day. There's like the doctor, the previous doctor, the Jodie Whittaker doctor. People didn't hate her because she was a woman. People hated her because she was terribly written. And there's one moment, and I bring it up, I've brought it up before, and many people bring it up, is like this was the definitive point where everyone was just tired of her. You know, her using the, oh, I'm awkward and social, you know, I'm socially awkward and this and that as a reason not to comfort Graham. When here we have an amazing scene. Peter Capaldi is like the grumpy grandpa. And in this moment, he still has compassion. He's not like, oh, well, I'm going to be I'm socially awkward and I'm just going to think of something I could have said. No, he outright says it. And it's a great scene.
The universe has some concept of an afterlife. I always meant to have a look around, see if I could find one.
You're going to help me?
Well, why wouldn't I help you?
Guess what I just did?
You betrayed me. Betrayed my trust. You betrayed our friendship. You betrayed everything that I've ever stood for. You let me down.
Then why are you helping me?
Why? Do you think I care for you so little that betraying me would make a difference?
But the doctor's socially awkward. Fuck you. This is how you handle situations like that. This whole trying to make Jodie Whittaker's doctor, oh, quirky and oh. Fuck you. That is why people didn't like her. Not because of Jodie being a woman, because of not knowing, just, oh, I'm socially awkward. You have this guy who is the grumpy grandpa, and did he just do anything awkward or just avoid the conversation? No, he outright told her. Tennant's doctor, Matt Smith's doctor, Eccleston's doctor, even as far back as William Hartnell as the doctor. You know, same thing, grumpy grandpa giving out words of wisdom and comforting his companions and other people. And then all of a sudden, Jodie Whittaker's doctor is, quirky and socially awkward and doesn't know how to talk to humans. Are you kidding me? This is the state of Doctor Who. And then when people get mad, it's like, oh, why are you upset? It's just a TV show. Well, why are you getting mad? It's just a TV show. Why are you getting mad? It's just a comic. Why are you getting mad? It's just a video game. Why are you getting mad? It's just this. Why are you getting mad? It's just... You can't keep running to that excuse. It's just a cop-out. You can't provide facts as to why we should be defending this, so you're just like, oh, well, why are you mad? It's just this. It's the same thing in real life. It's like we have real problems going on. It's like, well, why are you mad? It doesn't affect you. Well, then we all should just not give a flying fuck then, right? Who cares then? You know, that whole, what does it matter? That's not a fucking reason. That's not an excuse. But this is the state of Doctor Who. If you want to kill Doctor Who, as a series, just fucking do it already. Just do it. Because that's what you're doing. Again, Jodie Whittaker's first episode as a Doctor, like 10 million views, because people were like, oh, what's the first Doctor who's female gonna be like? And then, you know, slowly, like the first season is like 5 million, and then the next series is like 4 to 3 million, and then she's finishing off with like 2 million views per episode. Can't imagine why. We now have writing like this. We're like, oh, well, you identify as male. You're male too. You are biologically a male, so... And that's neither here nor there at this point. But the fact that they have the audacity to say something like this to the Doctor, who's been saving their planet longer than their entire family has been alive. And again, this is... you can already see the trend. Of course, they're saying that Tran, is a male identifying or male whatever. They're the ones who said that. They're the ones saying this shit. So this character's entire identity is just they're trans. They're trans. And again, dog shit with sprinkles is still dog shit. I'm not going to clap for this fucking character just because they identify as trans. It doesn't work like that. You need to give us a reason to be invested in this character apart from, well, they identify as this. But apparently that's something the writers nowadays cannot do. They can't do it, and when you call them out on their fucking bullshit, they just double down and say, oh, well, you're just a phobe, you're an you're an ism. And the people will say, oh, well, why do you care? It's just a TV show. Well, why do you care? It's just a game. Why do you care? Why do you care? It doesn't affect you. You're on another side of the country. Why do you care? It doesn't affect you. Wow. Big brain rebuttals there. But this is the state of Doctor Who. Can't imagine why people want it to just die. Between this bullcrap of like, oh, Davros is associated disability with evil, to this character just outright just gonna constantly just getting on your last fucking nerve with this, I'm trans and I'm well, outspoken because this and blah blah blah. It's just William Hartnell, an unearthly child. So you got mad that I'm not gushing over RTD's barely disguised fetish and blocked me. Good for you. Nice to know that contrary opinions affect you when they speak ill of your precious. Bye. Wait, what's this? Let me think. Somebody's man. If that's your takeaway watching that, you should do some self-reflection on why acknowledging binary folks exist bother you so much. You're gaslighting aside, you can fuck off. $5.8 million. And that was just from this special. You just don't like the Doctor Who 60s because you're a bigot or homophobe. The same fans watched when RTD gave us Captain Jack Harkness, and we fucking loved it. Yeah, Jack, I love Jack. He's an amazing character. He's fun, exciting. Even though the dude will fuck anything that walks, but he's a good written character. He's a tragic character, and he's well written, and he's fun, and he's a good character, and people love him. And that once again goes against that whole, well, you just don't like this because it's a woman. No, It's a badly written woman. There are so many movies that have come out with female leads that have done just fine because they were well written. So this, oh, well, why do you care? It's just this. Or, oh, you don't like this because it's this. It doesn't work because we have characters who are pretty much openly fucking gay, like Jack. And actually, I wouldn't even say gay because, again, he'll fuck anything that male, woman, alien. He doesn't care. He'll fuck it. He hits on it. So, but he's a amazing character. So, I never had any hope anyway from this episode. It's officially, once again, to be honest, the show died a long time ago. He's already dead. I'm shocked. Shocked, I tell you. People didn't like an episode that existed solely for the message. Who could have predicted this? The final episode of Series 12 drew in just 4.6 million viewers. Doctor Who died when Peter Capaldi regenerated. Yeah. Davros isn't in a wheelchair. He's a partially mutated Khaled in a life support system. Halfway between Khaled and Dalek. Like, I was perfectly fine seeing Davros pre-accident. I think a lot of fans have wanted to see this for some time, but to insist that this is for a better representation of disabled people is just utterly bizarre. If we're going to pretend, as you suggest, Davros was never in a wheelchair, or he just got better, well, that undermines one of the greatest Who villains ever created. And Russell comes in tough. Will you be changing the Cybermen next so it doesn't upset our friends with prosthetic limbs? Oh, poor baby. This is how these people are talking to the fans. When they've got valid criticisms, because again, you're changing Davros. Well, we need to change the Weeping Angels now, and the Cybermen, and Centauran, because they're all offensive. They're all offensive in some kind of way. So, but then you have Russell, tough. Poor baby. And that's his official account. That is what they think of you now. When you have valid criticisms, yeah, mask off. We've gone from this to this. It's the same actor. It's great to see him without all that stuff on his face. But they need to learn that sexuality is not a superpower, nor does it make you more or less special than anyone else. It's that if that's all that defines you as a person, then you are not a person. You are a tokenized stereotype, and that's nothing to be proud of. Yeah, that's what I said. When you just have a character and their entire deal is just their sexuality or whatever. Yeah, another great scene. Another amazing scene. But he's socially awkward. Doctor Who cares anymore. Yeah. But, yeah, I wanted to show this. This is a complete, absolute, just miserable state of Doctor Who now. I mean, I'm not going to be watching it anymore, so it doesn't really matter. I just feel bad for people who think that it's going to get better when it's not. Who cares? It's just a show. Who cares? It's just a game. Who cares? It's in another part of the country and doesn't affect you. Well, let's just all fucking give up and just not care about anything anymore then. But, anyway, you guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye.